Hello and welcome back to Schlego Bricks. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in. We got some more bricks in the mail, which I will go over here in short order. But because we got those bricks in the mail, that means we can make some more progress on the Schlego City behind me. And in particular, we're going to be focusing on the park area that's on the far side of the stadium that you can't really see from this camera angle. My bad. Anyhow, we're going to be putting in the street lamps over there with the lights and all the wiring to support those lights, and also building the structure that I mentioned in the last video that's going to be housing the battery to power on those lights. Now in the last video, I just said it was a structure. I didn't want to spoil the surprise of what it was actually going to be. Well, we're in a new video, and it's a new me, and I'm here to tell you exactly what that structure is going to be. It's going to be a monument, an obelisk, if you will. You see, this year, 2026, will mark the 5th anniversary of Schlego City. I started building that stadium back in 2021. Crazy. Here we are 5 years later somehow. And we're going to build a monument to honor it. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so first off, let's quickly go over the Lego bricks that I got in the mail. Made a couple orders to lego.com. And also a couple orders from Bricklink. But let's start with lego.com in the big bag, because that's how Lego does it. A lot of tan pieces, a lot of medium nougat pieces. Those are going to be the pieces that we're going to be using for the obelisk that we're building in this video, just matching the color scheme that we're doing in the park area. And then there's some light bluish gray bricks in here, some black bricks. Those are mostly going to be used for the Speed Champion Showcase Tower that we're not really going to be using in this video, but I want to order them in advance for a future update video. And then some of the black plates in here are supposed to be used, or were supposed to be used, for a secret upcoming project that I was going to be doing in not too distant future here. But yeah, after I made this order, I decided I didn't want to use black as a color for it and decided to make a change. And so I had to order a second time from Lego with the colors I actually want to use, and that's dark red and dark blue colors with some normal blue in there as well. So these are all for the secret project that I'll be doing, so we're not going to be using these in this video. And then moving on to the Bricklink orders, as you can see, smaller bags, because that's what Bricklink sellers do. A little bit nicer than Lego, sorted out a little bit. So these are kind of dark blue, normal blue, kind of round pieces that, once again, are kind of going to be for that secret project. Got some bright yellowish orange plates, which are also for that secret project. But then we got some tan, some medium nougat pieces, plates. Those are for the obelisk that we're building, so we're actually going to be using those. Got some green plates for kind of the park area, for the kind of modified Mills plates we're making there. So those will be used. Same with these. You can kind of see these are 2x2 bricks with kind of those slots on the side. I don't know exactly what they're called, but these are going to be used for the obelisk. Some more medium nougat, some tiles, and then some of those kind of pyramid shaped bricks in tan color that will be topping out the obelisk. Some more tan. These are panels, 2x3, I think, 2x3 brick tall. These panels will also be used for the obelisk. And then finally, I just have some of these kind of brown, reddish brown 1x6 bars. These are really going to be mostly used for trees that I'll be building. I don't think I'll be building those in this video. Maybe, but I doubt I will be. But yeah, that's it. Let's get to building. Now, before we move on to the park area and building the obelisk and everything, I did want to give you an update on the Speed Champions Showcase Tower, just using parts from my collection, just to kind of give you an idea of how the floors will all be kind of laid out, and you know, the architecture kind of it. So the first floor is going to have a black facade, but every floor is going to have these windows that are going to go all the way around the exterior. You can see through them as you can see here. There will be lights for each floor, so it'll help with illuminating everything when there's, you know, a ceiling above the cars. But there's going to be room for 4 cars per floor, and it'll be modularly built, you know, going up floor by floor. Like I said, bottom floor black facade, but the upper floors are going to be all dark bluish gray. So just kind of giving you an idea of how it's going to be laid out. There's a big pillar in the middle here because we're going to have some pillars length and width wise, just to give it some extra support, considering that each floor is going to have four Speed Champions cars on it. So give you an idea of how that's going to be laid out. I also put a fence along this side of the parking lot, so obviously it's a missing piece right there. Ran out of those fence pieces. I'll need to order at least one more, but that'll give you an idea of what that's going to look like. And then obviously you'll have the side of the, you know, Speed Champions showcase tower wall that'll kind of finish it off. So just wanted to give you an update on that before we move on. I also finished up the tiling, or at least mostly finished up the tiling on the sidewalk that's on the stadium side of the street here, and added some raised garden beds. Went with dark bluish gray for the sides just to give a little bit of a contrast to the sidewalk itself, and then obviously topped it off with some light bluish gray tiles. But got a smaller bed there, kind of medium sized bed, and then a larger bed over here. Let me know down in the comments section below what color, like, flowers or plants I should put in those. Interested to hear your thoughts. All right, so as you can see, it's a bit of a mess here. I've taken apart the Mills plates in the park area because I need to do some wiring. But yeah, as you can see, we have some lamps in here. These are Astro lamps from Light My Bricks, and then basically all these components are Light My Bricks, mostly because I had bought these lamps a while ago, so I'm just gonna go with that system. But I will say, I do prefer my Light My Brick components just because their new, like, ribbon wires are so nice. They're not braided. I use braided wires for the lighting in my stadium, which is fine because I don't really have to worry about pinching those wires at all. I'm not like fitting them in tight spaces. But for situations like this where I got like a tile that's kind of pinching on the wire, that's, you know, the wire's running underneath the tile above the little plate, you know, in a Mills plate structure here, it's so nice not having to worry about the wire pinching and breaking. So it's just a game changer for sure. But this is kind of our setup here. We have you know, a lamp wire goes into a dock here, another lamp, another wire goes in. Got a wire that goes to the power source that is going to live, this is going to live inside the monument, the Obelisk. And then we'll have another wire coming from this dock going into another dock over here that will connect the rest of these lamps that I will be doing shortly. Once again, have to take apart some more Mills plates, but yeah, that's the setup. If I turn this on quickly here, there's not like a whole lot of power being drawn just because there's only 2 lamps, but this is tough to do with one hand here. Come on, there we go, got it. So you can see they light up, it's all good. So I'm gonna go ahead, take apart these other Mills plates, put the rest of the lamps in, wire it up, put the Mills plates back together, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so the Mills plates are all put back together, the lamps are all in place, the wires are all hidden, it all looks nice and tidy now. And as you can see, you have the USB adapter sticking up through the hole, just waiting for the monument to Schlego City to be built around it. So let's not waste any more time and let's start building that obelisk right now. So there we have it. The obelisk is completed, the monument to celebrate 5 years of Schlego City. Not quite as tall as the stadium, as you can see. Didn't want to get too carried away, right? But yeah, I like how it looks. Tried to do, a couple different tiers, different techniques on each of the tiers. Did some masonry bricks, excuse me, down at the bottom. Then used some varying snot techniques to create different kind of patterns with panels on this tier, and then just use some plates and tiles to create the pattern on that one, and then just a 2x2 modified bricks on this one. Let's see if it actually kind of focuses there, but yeah, topped it off with those kind of pyramid slopes, and that's it. Should be mentioned that with these different tiers, I built them all so they're modular, so we can just take them off one by one. And this just makes it really easy to access the battery, plug it in, take it out, charge it. So that's basically how it was built. Added a little plaque on the bottom here for people walking around wanting to read about the history of Schlego City. But yeah, let's take a look at how this obelisk looks and the lamps look with all the lights on. So that's gonna pretty much do it for this update video. We got the obelisk all made, successfully honoring Schlego City. We got all the lamps, the street lamps all lit up, all the wiring done, tidied up. The park area is looking nice. Just gotta get some trees and plants and shrubs and flowers. Like I said, let me know what colors I should plant, or what types of plants or shrubs, all that stuff. I do plan on making a second tier on each of these, kind of like what you see there. So each of these will be 2-tiered with some trees on top and then like flowers around it. So that's kind of the plan. That's pretty much the next step here, finishing off this area over here with the shrubbery and trees and flowers and all that, and then we can move on to working hard on this Speed Champions Showcase Tower. So those are the next steps. Thank you so much for watching this update video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. And most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and keep on building. What's the word I'm looking for? Why am I blanking? I was literally 99% done with this whole monologue.